I'll be showing you how I made this cabinet for my 3D printer. The idea behind it is to keep the heat in and the cold out while printing, as any fluctuation in the temperature or a cold draft may cause the print to warp or split before it's even finished. Now I know what you're thinking, who's going to want to watch a guy build a wooden box with a couple of windows in it? And you're right, it's not that exciting. The real reason I'm doing this video is to give me an idea on how to structure the future videos I'm going to make, starting with the one I'm going to be doing next week, which is going to be a video series. Each episode is going to be about 5 minutes long, and I'm going to do a new video every few days, and that's going to be on the big build I'm going to be doing. So I'd appreciate your feedback. For example, do you think the cuts are too long or too short? Do I waffle too much? Stuff like that. So, back onto this video. Those of you that do want to watch a guy build a wooden box with a couple of windows in it, then you're in luck, because that's what you're going to get. The next thing you're going to see is probably going to be me in a hardware store buying some wood. Just arrived at B&Q to do some shopping for some wood. What a bunch of knobs. Just leaving B&Q and I've got wood. It's about 34 quid's worth there. And they've cut it all for me, so I don't have to faff about other than to cut these long beams. Right, so I've got my wood, I've got my screws and stuff, and it's time to get cracking putting it all together. Now I've got the guy in B&Q to cut my pieces of wood for size. There they are there, look. So that's one less thing to do, and those cuts are going to be nice and straight, and they'll all meet up nicely, I hope. All I've got to do is cut these long pieces of wood to build like a carcass first before I put the MDF on. And I'm following this plan that I made, which is very crude but just reminds me of what lengths to cut everything and which bits go where, so I don't have to keep measuring and faffing around trying to figure it all out. Just screwed together the two sides of the cabinet, and why I did that was to measure on the end of each piece of wood here, and then the corresponding piece I'd measure on the other side there, so they'd go together like this. Now that'd take ages if I wanted them to line up. Obviously I need to measure this distance here and here and here and here and here and here, and my DT teacher, Mr. Rayner, used to always tell me, oh, I'll measure twice, cut once and all that, but I respectfully disagree, because I'd spend the rest of my life measuring out bits of wood. So instead I measured once and made this little template. Just pop that up on there to get those drill holes on there, put that there like that, and then I can just drill them all out and stuck it all together in no time. So measure once, cut loads of times. Right, so next to me here is my cabinet all screwed together. I've got the doors on it as well. I can't really show you properly because there's not much room in here until I get this printer inside it, but I can't do that because I want to paint inside it and I want to get paint on the printer. So the next thing you're going to see is me painting it, and I've decided to paint it in black. done 2 sides, got 2 to go. It's taken ages, but it'll look cool when it's done. Doing it in black, as you can see. I've already said that, but you know, it's looking pretty cool. It's looking pretty cool. And you'll notice my really cool method there of, you know, not getting any mess on the floor. I haven't masked it off. No newspaper down, nothing like that. And also, there's no, you know, cleaning up any spilled paint with white spirit or any of that stuff, because I'm using a really clever technique called don't spill any on the floor in the first place. Winner winner chicken dinner. That is about 95% of that painted. That wonky piece on the top is actually a shelf that goes inside, and I've put that on top there just to paint it for now, and I'll take it off when it's dry and paint the top of the cabinet, and other than a couple of little bits and bobs, it's all done. So I'll be needing the black paint again, so I can use this paintbrush again. I've popped it in a little plastic bag to keep it wet and prevent it from drying out. Otherwise I'd either have to right now go and wash this brush to keep it, you know, so I can use it again, or let it dry out, chuck it away and use another one, which is going to cost more money, and I'm too tight for that, so this is a good idea. Yeah, come on down, let me go. Right, here we go. The old measure once cut a million times rule. I'm just going to draw around the front, because I know it's the right size. Yeah. Yay, the windows are in and they're really cool. And they're like perfect height, so I can see all of what's printing. Man, this is so much quicker. Why did I even use a paintbrush to begin with? Again, I'm still going for the old don't put crap on the floor thing, because I'm not going to spill any paint. Because spilling paint is what idiots do. Whoops, I've accidentally painted a piece of foam. I suppose now you could say it comes in black. Uh-oh. After all that painting, I've got black paint all over my hands, and it usually a total pain to wash off. Even soap and, you know, scrubbing it and picking at it doesn't get it off. But I found that these work really well. The wife's pink exfoliating gloves, they're really rough, and the paint just comes off no problem. Just don't tell the wife. My piece of plastic laid out over the hole in the doors. I'm just going to take this knife and score the plastic on the side I want the glue to go, so the glue will have something to grab onto, because the plastic is very smooth and I fear it may just peel away and the windows will fall in. This is the glue I'm using to stick the plastic to the doors. It's a contact adhesive, and basically what you do is you brush this onto both the plastic and the door, and then you leave it for a couple of minutes until it becomes tacky. So it's not wet anymore, but it's still a little bit sticky, and then you push both pieces together. Only thing is, as soon as you push them together, they are stuck, and you will not be able to pull them apart without snapping the plastic or tearing the wood to pieces. So you've got to do it right first time. It's finished. My cabinet is done, and here it is. It's about, what, 5'8" tall, I'd say, so it's pretty tall. I can now store things on top of it, and the printer is nice and snug inside there. And as soon as you open this side door here, you can just feel the heat come straight out, which is perfect. This has only been on, the heated bed here has only been on for about 10 minutes, and this area here, they'll be printing, the air is all very warm, which is brilliant. So it's not going to take long to heat up at all, and I'm hoping that that will mean my prints will work without any splits or cracks or anything. These doors are held together by those little magnetic catches you see there. There's also two doors on the front. We've got this top door here, which allows me to get to the printer, and there's a door on the bottom as well, which is a little storage space down here for storing whatever I like. At the moment it's got some spare filament and acetone in it. You may be wondering why these brown bits of wood in here are doing. They're there to hold the printer up. That is actually the table it was originally stood on, and that is from a nest of 3 tables from my living room. So the wife probably isn't going to be too pleased about that, but as we're husband and wife, everything's supposed to be split 50-50. Me having 1 out of 3 tables is pretty fair, I think. She's still got more than half. So that's that done. Finished. I'm hoping it works. I won't know until I print something, and I'll wait till it gets a bit cooler. Probably night time tonight, when it's cold outside, cold in this conservatory. It'll be a real test of whether that's going to work. So I want to print most of my stuff at night so I can print 24/7. That now leads me on to my next project, which is the big one, and I will start the video series of that next week, so make sure you keep an eye out for that. Bye bye.